If you want to look natural, take as many steroids as possible and drink as much alcohol.
So basically, you can take a ton of steroids and not work out and look like you sort of work out and still drink a lot. So that you can then destroy your liver from every vector. Just every vector. Just attack the liver.
Yeah.
It must be. The liver is bad, evil, and must
up
be
with
punished.
the bilirubin. Up with the GGT.
Yeah,
But
Like Santa Claus.
this
Welcome everyone to Geeked and Jacked episode. I don't know which one, the latest one. Just having a good old time. And as usual, lately, I will let the MC JoshuaRN do the introductions for us. Josh,
All right.
take it away, please.
I'm JoshuaRN, the court jester of House Trenbolone. With me tonight, of course, of House Masteron, Medicus Todd,
That's right.
and a special guest, Adam from Anabolic Climbing. A great night of House Serostem.
I like it.
I can't get Anavar? Come on now.
Mid. Mid. And of course, the Grand Maester of the Trenbolone Citadel, Sean
That's right.
Blackdoor.
He is the Grand
Awesome.
Meister. He's got all the secrets for sure.
The Trenbolone Citadel.
Yeah,
Secrets he can't tell us.
that's right.
I have no secrets.
No. You guys gave them all away in the video. Please watch the
gave them
video.
all
Please
away.
subscribe to his channel. He's got like 2K subscribers or less. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
I only got 2K.
All right.
Well, 2K feels pretty good, but yeah, it's
No,
not
it's awesome, but like
2K's
it's
good,
not
bro.
that many
Don't subscribe.
compared to Todd.
Criminally
and-
undersubscribed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, great comments in the comment section too. A lot of smart people showing
Yeah,
up.
remember, I started doing it in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, yeah. That
He's a
makes sense.
veteran. He's a veteran. He's been
I've
there
seen a
for
lot
a while.
of those videos because a lot of them have shown up on my feed over the years.
Well,
I think I've been
Yeah.
watching you, Todd, since like 2018, 2017 at least.
you have?
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been watching you
Oh,
at least
shit.
5 years, bro. At
That's what I
least.
used
same.
to have my beard. And I would
Yeah.
wear my-
Yeah, I remember the beard, dude. I remember the beard.
Yeah. Same here, man. I've been with you for a long time.
Oh, really? I didn't know you guys knew before I got canceled.
Yeah, you ate all the time on every single fucking show. It was hilarious.
Ah,
Wait, you guys all watch my old shit from before?
yeah, yeah, bro.
2023?
Yeah.
Before
Or-
anabolic bodybuilding, yeah. I
Oh,
watched
yeah,
before
I
you were
feel
on.
like I'm
Yeah.
going to cry. I thought you guys didn't know who I was before.
No, dude.
No,
No,
we've
me
seen
and
you.
Sean look up to you like as like a figure that didn't lie all the time and like make up a bunch of shite and just kind of.
You were like one of my
Helpful.
first 3 consults, man.
Yeah.
Wait,
OG.
you fought me before?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, we were talking about equipoise together.
Okay.
Oh man.
See, there's
Most
levels to
Dr.
this
Todd
shit, Todd.
moment ever.
We're all stalkers. We've all found you somehow.
Man, like
funny.
This is your Brady bunch of stalkers, yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube fame is just weird, man. It's bizarre when even when somebody just walks up to you and you know nothing about them and they go like, "Hey, so I saw you think and say this about that and the other thing. How's your kids?" And you're like, I don't know you, but thank you, I guess. It's a thing, man. It's a trip. It's a trip for
It is a
sure.
trip, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to get one of those every once in a while and at the gym.
And by the way, I did
Pretty
not get
weird.
an intro. What the fuck, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. We started talking. Well, since the man at small arms of House Tyrell needs an intro, we've got Gonzo Herrero.
There we go. Thank you. All right, guys. So, all kidding aside, everybody doing good? Anything interesting to talk about? I know I saw an article about this dude who did an experiment where he took steroids and did not go to the gym and then entered a bodybuilding show. Have you heard about this guy?
You know what's funny? I got really concerned about this guy and I messaged him like maybe 6 or 8 months ago. Something
Really?
like that. I DM'd him and I'm like, "Hey, I'm a bodybuilding coach. What you're doing sounds dangerous. Like, here are some ancillaries you can take." Because I
Man.
think he posted his LDL cholesterol or something, and I was like,
Yeah.
"This is way too screwed up." So I DM'd him. He never texted me back, but I
Dang.
did reach out to the guy, but way before he did the show.
Well, hang on. Did he have an LDL before steroids and after, or just after?
Yes.
It was on steroids. I believe it was on steroids. I don't know if it was before and after. He might have
had
had
like
before and
160
after.
LDLs at least, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it was worse than that. I think it was like 180 or something. It was pretty bad. So
You guys,
yeah.
Did you guys used to watch my old cooking show with My Dirty Kitchen?
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, we almost watched some Castlevania that one time
bad.
together.
I thought no one from the original 5,000 made it this long. I thought that there's zero crossover.
Well, that's the thing is like, I think you and Steve have been doing this so long, and that's kind of what like prompted me to get into YouTube and stuff, and like kind of because I kind of paved the way for it. So, I mean, seriously, I'll like shout out to both you guys for like starting that whole thing, because like we didn't even know that we could talk about this stuff publicly until you guys started doing it. You know what I mean?
This is the guy. I found
Oh,
him.
you got 24 beers too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
This
think
guy.
I think I have a new hero. What a savage.
24 beers for 77 days. That was his workout to prep for this bodybuilding debut.
He was taking Tren. He was taking Tren.
Of course he was taking Tren. How else could you explain
We need to
his
talk more
behavior?
about this. This needs to be a case study. Holy crap.
No, it was literally he was I think he was on like 100 milligrams, or it wasn't anything
No, it was
crazy.
more. It was more. It was more.
Oh, what
Well,
was
he's
it?
getting 3,500 calories from beer
I gotta
a
double
day.
check. Somebody in my comment section said that he was taking a gram of Tren and nothing else, and I was like, honestly,
No, I don't think he was taking a gram.
for the
Was he?
show.
Oh, maybe
my
for the
God.
show. I guess when I
Yeah.
tuned into him, I think he was on like maybe 100 to 300 or something in that range, because my brain didn't flag it as a lot.
No, I
So-
remember him being on like 700-ish milligrams like 6 months ago or like 3 months ago or something like
It went to
that. And I
vodka
assumed that he
diet
bumped it
soda,
up for the show.
24 drinks a day.
You want me to
And
read this to you?
blasting gear.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure I'm responsible for him drinking before the show, but I'm going to take credit for it. Just because, yeah, if you take a couple drinks either the night before just to dehydrate out, not
Yeah.
a terrible call if you're not going to use diuretics.
Well, if you're drinking 24 a day, you're good.
no,
It's
no,
full
he's sweet.
diuretic.
That's
he
peak
switched
carb up, man. That's peak carb
he
up.
dropped beer. He dropped beer and he switched to diet soda and vodka. Just
Yeah.
as normal drinks.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
obviously he doesn't need any beer pre-show, because
Yeah. And look, he
not exactly
surprisingly enough, he
doesn't
came
look-
in last.
He doesn't look as bad as you see.
No,
Like, he looks
as-
like a guy who
as-
goes to the gym, actually.
Yeah, like a normal dude. Like a normal dude.
Second
Of
to
course
last,
it's-
someone didn't show up.
Look at that. It's not hard to tell which one's him. The people who wrote this article are savages.
Well, it's a really cool thing that he did, because we
Yeah.
all get to see what happens when you don't work out and don't diet properly.
And it looks like you become an average-looking pile of.
You look
don't know.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look
If you want to look natural, take as many steroids as possible and drink as much alcohol. as
So
possible.
basically, you can take a ton of steroids and not work out and look like you sort of work out and still drink a lot. So that you can then destroy your liver from every vector. Just every vector. Just attack the liver.
Yeah.
It must be. The liver is bad, evil, and must
Up
be
with the
punished.
bilirubin. Up with the GGT.
Yeah.
But
like Santa Claus.
this is like such an insightful thing. Like we have been telling people this forever, like especially naturals, like saying, hey, like
Mhm.
you're like, if you just take steroids, they don't make you look good. You have to train properly and you have to eat
You have to
properly.
train harder.
We acknowledge the fact that guy actually does look good, though.
Yes, he does. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
Yeah,
better than
I mean-
99% of men in America.
Yes.
Dude, pull
Yeah,
up
but
he
for
was
a
looking like.
gram of Tren, though,
80%.
I'm not
Like-
saying for shit. I'm
Right,
saying
yeah.
a random woman.
objectively, he
straight
doesn't
off
look
the
horrible.
street.
Yeah.
She would be
yeah.
the one she'd want to go home with if there was a gun to her head and she had to pick one.
Yeah. Objectively, he doesn't look horrible. He looks,
Yeah.
he
That's
looks
true.
okay.
By the way, if you look at where he started, it's honestly a pretty legit transformation.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
gotta say.
like he was not looking good at the beginning of this.
Oh,
Okay.
really? That's even makes me happy.
Awesome.
It just-
So he did it for apparently
He
11
doesn't
weeks
advocate
of gear.
against
11 weeks is.
It's
That's
He
just,
had a bunch of people $5,000 that he would work out for him.
And
he won.
I'm starting to see motivation now. Okay. All right. 24 drinks a day. Hell, that'll be more than $5,000 right there.
Do we know if he dieted at all for the show?
I don't think he did.
He
Let's
didn't
see.
use vodka and diet soda.
He didn't want
Yeah, I
to
mean,
do
switching
this.
from beer to diet soda obviously cuts calories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. That'll
this
for
guy's the
sure
real
cut a
liver
ton of
king, right?
calories.
Yeah, this was the start. This was the start.
This is the start right here.
oh my
This is how
god,
he
that's a
started.
big transformation.
Wow.
What the
Okay.
fuck is this? Dude,
Dude, his
shave.
shoulders and chest came up so much. It's like, all right. I hate
Yeah.
saying this publicly, but yeah, it's a massive improvement.
Yes,
It's
steroids work even in the presence of massive alcohol
Yeah,
and not
it's like-
sleeping and
this is
Yeah, and doing
crazy. I
everything
have-
wrong.
it
Oh,
is
and
a steroid.
amphetamines.
It's Tren, right? It's just
Yeah.
Tren.
Yeah.
So let's not give all steroids credit for this. Tren did this. You could give an alcoholic Tren and switch him to vodka and Diet Pop, and he could be the most attractive dude out of 100 dudes in a General Beach scenario.
I still
Yeah.
think he's maybe in the top 80%. Maybe not. You're giving him way too much credit.
he's top
Todd.
I don't think
99%.
you understand how ugly people are in Michigan.
He doesn't
Okay.
understand.
Yeah,
I
you-
understand.
They
Okay.
haven't seen sunlight in 9 months.
Okay. I
No,
did
he
grow up
doesn't.
in the
He doesn't look
Caribbean.
that. I mean, yeah, Todd is totally right. Like only Tren could do that.
Yeah.
Because if he tried to do that with like testosterone or something else, he would just look like a
with
water
Test
buffalo.
and Primo and
start voting
Masteron,
again.
that's not going to happen. Not like
Dude,
that.
Is
Not
anyone
like
else
that.
a little disappointed that like he didn't bring DNP to the party? Like not just a little bit.
And so there was a
I'm
time I
not
was so
disappointed. I
poor.
mean, he got Tren.
All
you're
I
good.
could afford was Tren and chicken breasts. I still won.
Okay, so question to you guys: if you had to put together a stack, someone that's not going to work out at all, not going to diet properly, not going to do anything, and you had to put them on a bodybuilding stage, and they're going to place as high as possible, against the average Joe. What are we using?
How old is the person?
By the
20,
way, what's
let's
the
say
starting
20,
point? Like, are we
20.
talking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
starting
No,
from this guy?
nothing. Trashed. Yeah, not just
Okay.
absolutely garbage.
Like fat and out of shape and all that?
What are we doing?
How long do we have? 20 weeks?
Wait,
Let's say we've got 40
16 weeks? Just to be kind of classic?
No, let's say we've got 40 weeks, transformation, no
40.
working out, no dieting, nothing. You have to do everything with drugs.
For no diet.
when
No
you
nothing.
say no working out, does that mean no sex either?
No
Oh.
sex. You
I
can't
mean, this
do
guy's
you
an
can't,
unfuckable loser at the beginning. We've got to
you
get
have
him
to sit
fuckable.
in
Come
like
on.
let's just pretend you have to sit in one place and like just maybe do a little like 3,000 steps a day.
Okay.
Okay. So he can walk. We can let him walk.
Just a little bit. Not cardio though.
Okay, so
What are we using?
Can I give him like
Todd,
the
what's
Reddit
your
side?
Todd, what is your what's your go-to here?
I mean, like, there's nothing going to beat Tren and Athate. If you can only
Yeah,
use
I mean
one
obviously
compound,
Tren and
I'm going to say
Anthate, yeah.
Tren and Athate and chicken breasts and vodka. And that's all.
I pull 3. Well, I can't do the
Well,
treadmill lever. No.
Tren, chicken breasts, and vodka. And then, like, on a cheat day or like a high carb day, you can have wine.
Can he have some
Okay,
rice?
but what about
Can he have
are we
rice?
adding in Retta?
Yeah,
the
Retta for
R1,
sure.
Yeah.
DMP?
Yeah.
I thought we only got one drug.
No, full stack, Todd. Full stack.
stack.
Give me the full
Oh,
stack.
full on.
shit.
You're
Tren
crazy,
Retta
Todd.
GH test.
All right. Then in that
Tren, Retta, GH test.
No, but we have to do
No,
body
no.
composition
I also,
too.
But I also want some Adderall just for like funsies. He's got to be able to drink through this.
all right, hold on, hold on.
If Booze Bag could do it, that too.
I can do it. Ready?
Todd's got
Oh,
one. hang
Todd's
on.
ready. Todd's got it
Ready,
ready. I can tell.
All right. It's
I
going to
can
be
tell.
Test, GH, Masteron, Primo, Anavar, and Tren, switch to Winstraw at the end. Then we're
Mhm.
also going to run Clen, T3, depending on as we go.
Right.
We're not running Slew. I'll add in Mott's if he needs the energy. I'll add in Retta for appetite up to 2 milligrams twice a week. Then I'll switch to Cagrilintide after that to control appetite.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Going with the heavy weaponry.
There's
I'm
no-
bringing in, yeah.
If he's
Yeah.
not allowed to lift, he's only allowed to have steps. I was gonna say, I can't say what I was gonna say now, but there's too much censorship on YouTube. And then I think that the whole not exercising part is the most unethical part of this, not
Yeah.
the alcohol and not the drugs.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm bringing in
Is he allowed to
Lasix.
practice posing?
No.
Oh,
You
he
can watch
you-
YouTube videos while he's sitting down and maybe while he's doing his 3,000 steps.
Shit.
But
If he
he's
can't
got no
even
way to do
practice
it in the
posing, he
competition
can't even
except for
hide.
last. So
I'm bringing in DMP and Lasix.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm doing DMP into the show, pulling it out like 6 to 4 weeks out.
Look at this
and
guy.
then I'm bringing in Lasix for the show.
I don't.
Oh my God.
I would say butanocide. I think
I'll
it's
just
Butantide. That one's stronger. You can just do 1 milligram instead of 20 to 40.
He's not that fat. You don't need to.
He doesn't need.
You'd have to start
All right.
with DNP anyway. You can't use DNP under 10% body fat.
You absolutely can. It's just not as helpful.
I mean, what I mean is you shouldn't do it.
Sure.
Because you're going to
Yeah.
lose too much muscle.
Yeah. No,
I-
that's
Well, if you put
fucking
him on,
terrible.
say you put him on, 1500 Tren.
I wouldn't do 1500 an athlete. I'd be doing
Well,
400.
you can bring in whatever you want. So you could do the whole sleep stack, as much as you want. So you could theoretically like have this guy sleeping decently on like
The irony
1500.
of this is we're dealing with someone with a compromised liver and then giving unlimited drugs. I don't know if he'd survive 40 weeks.
Well,
no.
It's
for
not about
60
survival, Todd.
Yeah,
It's about
clearly we don't care about his survival. Like,
Yeah.
By the way,
that's
I'm a
not
little
a factor.
Game show.
I am insulted that no one thought about going the EQ route just to raise his red blood cell count to make him less drunk so that he would drink more.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, that'll work.
interesting vector of approach.
I would just give him turmeric about 4 or 5 grams a day.
Why
and he wouldn't get
would
drunk at all.
having more red blood cells mean he'd be less drunk?
I just
More oxygen?
assume lower blood alcohol content if you raise the amount of blood in the system. I could be wrong.
I mean, that wouldn't change the plasma volume. Just the total volume would go up. If you added the numerator, you're adding to the denominator and the numerator.
So would it allow him to drink more with less effect, or it wouldn't matter?
No, it wouldn't change the metabolism at all.
It'd be based
So
off
just-
of alcohol dehydrogenase in the liver
Mhm.
and also other GABA stimulation.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can give him about 4 grams of turmeric and decrease his alcohol difficulties, as it were.
Wait, are you saying that turmeric cancels out alcohol dehydrogenase?
Well, that has a lot of work. I think that's what it works on. I don't have the pathway
You
to
need to
remember.
know about that because I used a super advanced form of Tidka in my liver product.
Good.
Can we look that up?
Yeah, we should.
Like,
But that we don't even remember.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, four. It's like 4 grams turmeric.
It might make it
Prevents
worse
hangovers,
because
it prevents the.
it's an antioxidant. So it might,
formaldehyde. Yeah, it's a very good thing. I was gonna say, I'm sure turmeric's been studied up to 12 to 20 grams a day because I mean, come on. But no, I've seen guys take it, like older people that won't take like real medicine, they'll take turmeric.
I think you could come in pretty solid into a show like with DNP and Tren, and if you like, assuming you weren't able to do any cardio, or
And assuming
dieting.
you don't give any fucks.
I was gonna say, I'm doing tests, Tren, and treadmill, and since I don't have treadmill, if I didn't have treadmill or whatever, fine. I
Sheesh.
just
Right.
do test Tren.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get some pretty, and then if you threw some Lasix in there at the end, you could get some pretty good results, I think. I think
Yeah.
you could be competitive, if you gave him enough time to grow muscle on, 1500 milligrams of Tren or something.
There's a lot of strong loop diuretics that work too, butentide and
Yeah.
furosemide, and
No, I think you could come in pretty solid, especially,
yes,
little
Tren will
R-word,
physically on
little
stage.
DMP. Yeah, I think it would be much, much better. I mean, we should have optimized this guy's stack a long time ago.
Do we give him insulin or anything or not? No.
We
I don't think it would make a huge
I mean, he should be posing, doing cardio, and lifting.
He's not exercising. Why would we?
Oh,
give him-
he's not
Yeah,
exercising, so it's
I can't-
pointless. Yeah.
I can't handle this.
What's up?
I just want liver scans as a time lapse. Like that's really what I want out of
Todd,
this.
Yeah.
I asked
Like,
you
every
this
week,
question.
every
of,
week.
like the slices, you flip book, and you just see scar tissue forming by the day.
Oh, it's like a
I-
flip book, and you just.
Yeah.
We could AI animate this. It wouldn't take long.
It just goes like this. Oh God.
Reading
Yeah.
Rainbow.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
terrible.
Drinking is probably the worst thing you could have done in his situation.
Yeah,
to come in less.
absolutely. It's worse than the
Yeah.
trend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
24 beers a day.
Mhm.
I mean, it's going to shut off your protein synthesis almost entirely. So I'm surprised. Like, that's really a testament to
that's
Tren.
true. Yeah.
It's really a testament to how powerful it is if someone can drink
Yeah.
24 beers a day and come in, like,
And
make
still,
that transformation. you
yeah,
know?
and still like
Unbelievable.
improve some. Yeah.
Would we want to throw some Superdrol or something at the end or some Halo just to get him like off the rails?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm
I'm
throwing in Winstrol at 200 into the show.
I'm throwing in
obviously.
Halo just for the attitude at the end, so
Yeah.
he can rage on that fucking stage.
No, he
when
doesn't need
gets
any
up there.
attitude because he doesn't need extra energy to do 3,000 steps. He's
He
fine.
needs coordination so he can walk onto the stage.
I'm just thinking
so
of him like
painful to
punching
me.
the other competitors in an
Okay, now that
Halo-induced
all the-
rage.
All the real bodybuilders listening are infuriated. We should really talk about something else.
Now we've got rid of the serious folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is
It's
not
so-
medical advice, yada, yada, yada. This is for entertainment and us being silly. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all.
Yeah, don't do that.
So,
Don't do that.
alcohol.
Yes,
Don't drink
please don't.
alcohol, but steroids are okay for most people.
Or just pick one. Maybe just pick one.
Yeah, go.
Always go with the steroids over the
I
alcohol.
was gonna say you
I
can
would go.
you can do steroids and drive most of the time.
Yeah.
Alcohol is related in 50% of violence and homicides.
True.
Steroids, not.
That is true. I believe that.
Oh, those are
I
rookie
believe
numbers.
that.
Steroids, you
There's-
gotta do better.
There's something
What?
about alcohol
You
and rage.
Got to move
and
to
whatever.
Detroit
There's something
steroids, and
there.
then
Yeah.
it's done.
Yep. I've always wondered, is there something inherently that makes people violent on alcohol, or is it just that it's so widespread that we have violent people and so we have so many drunk
Turns off your
people?
executive functions.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. And then you make bad choices.
You don't have choices.
Yeah. Well, you think
I
you
call it
don't.
letting the Indian out because you're just a different person. At least if I do, really, yeah. You become a different person. It's not right. I don't like it.
I guess. Okay. So what else has been going on,
All right,
guys?
so I looked it up. That
Uh-huh.
animal studies do show a decrease in alcohol dehydrogenase, but human trials with Longvidia did not. So hopefully I dodged the bullet by spending the 8 or 10 times the price for the fancy kind of curcumin.
Curcumin, right? That's
There
right.
we go. All right. So we're gonna have to test that product when you have it ready to go, Todd.
It's been out for months.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess I'll be placing an order.
Well, we're gonna need some drinks and some.
I don't think it's going to really make the alcohol stronger, guys.
No. It's
Well, no, the
No.
point was to decrease your hangover because of the decrease. The curcumin.
But why would it decrease? You want to clear that shit. It's the acetaldehyde that builds up that causes the hangover.
That's the one.
You want to clear, you want both of them to be fully functional. But I see your point. You don't want the alcohol dehydrogenase to be operating at a faster rate than the acetaldehyde dehydrogenase, because then that will accumulate. The antifreeze basically will accumulate.
Yeah.
the antifreeze. I don't like how that sounds.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, with basically the reason why you can't drink antifreeze is because you're automatically drinking, I think, one of the byproducts of
Delicious.
alcohol.
Oof. Sounds awful. So, yeah, changing the subject altogether. So, did we all see Spider-Man? You guys see this thing?
No, I didn't see it.
Not yet.
It's okay. I'll tell
It's
you
not
this.
okay.
It's not the best thing ever that they're saying that it's like the movie that's going to save superhero movies. It's not.
It's going
But
to
it's
make
okay.
$2 or $3 billion, but it's not good.
It's okay. It's the less shitty movie since
Oh,
Endgame.
Endgame
the
was
less
shitty.
shitty.
that's a really good endorsement.
Yeah. Less shitty. That's all it is. It's okay. I mean, it's got Zendaya doing the frowny face always, and that's about it. That's about all. And Tom Holland is
I'm
okay.
not a Tom Holland fan, but I'm a Zendaya fan.
Oh, I
Why?
will say this though, Todd. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but I will say one thing that they did fuck up that made me rage was the villain. The villain is very badly done. Very,
Yeah.
very. You're gonna get mad when you see who
I
the
love
villain
how you
is.
screwed me out. Todd, you're not gonna like this movie.
They
The-
screwed up the Punisher
And they screwed up
Oh,
the Punisher.
very
That's true.
badly.
That's true.
Oh, I'm not gonna see it then. Fuck.
PG-13 Punisher, bro.
the Punisher.
PG-13 Punisher.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying. But the villain, especially because you know your comic book lore, Todd,
The Punisher
you're gonna
does
get
not
mad.
cry.
You're
All
gonna
right,
get mad when you see who the
I'm
villain is
mad
and how
already.
they did.
fuck them.
Crying and apologizing for shooting Spider-Man? Hello?
It was pretty funny. I will say this, not a spoiler, but he shoots Spider-Man with a fucking 50 caliber BMG, and it makes a hole like the size of a 38.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying.
But no,
a
like-
50 cal should literally rip you in half
it's
like,
just a bad
at
movie.
1,000 yards. But
Well, I mean,
Marvel.
all I would do is spoil it if I told you why it's bad, but it's pretty obvious why it's bad, like really quickly into the movie.
Oh, there's a new
It's-
Dune coming out soon. That'll be
Now
exciting.
that I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to.
Zendaya
That
is also in that.
yeah.
She's in
Yeah.
everything. She's the superstar.
She's in the Odyssey. She's in the new
God,
Dune.
Odyssey sucked too.
She's in Spider-Man. She's in the new season of Euphoria.
She's like the auto
Dude, Timothy
include.
Chalamet and Zendaya in the Dune movies was bothering me so much
Why?
Oh, is it? Why?
because he just doesn't look like he could beat anybody up.
He's not supposed to. That's
No.
the whole thing.
But he's fat.
No, he's like I want to believe that like you just get someone with a little bit of muscles on it.
Paul's supposed
You know what I
to be
mean?
like
You
an
need to watch
agile-
Marty Supreme. Once
How
you
you gonna
watch
build
Marty
muscle in the fucking?
Supreme,
Oh, wait. How you gonna build muscle in the desert? Go.
He's got
I
the
mean,
spice, man.
He doesn't have to be super muscular, but
Yeah,
he
he's
could
just
be
a little
athletic
bit.
muscular.
Just a little bit.
I
Just
mean-
like a little bit of like, just not like he looks emaciated.
Look,
yeah,
look,
he should be like Black Panther looking, kind of like that.
as a
like
new
agile
twink, I
Willy
want to say I
Wonka.
support his look.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, he should be agile and quick and slightly muscular, like lean muscle. It's what he should look like a knife fighter.
He's
He's
got
a
to
fucking
he's got to
knife
be very,
fighter.
very fucking thin. He lives in a fucking desert.
I don't know. I don't
I mean,
think
in the book, he was like training for years. There's no reason he
Yes.
shouldn't be a little bit more jacked.
Absolutely. He's supposed to be a master
if he
knife
took Tren and
swordsman.
drank beer, he'd be in better shape.
Spicy
Dude,
beer and
imagine the
Tren.
machines they would have in the Dune universe. Like they could do like some crazy weight training, bro.
They could.
Yeah,
As
Like
long
they
as
got
it's-
gravity things,
machines, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
You watch Dragon Ball Z too, huh?
Sure the
Yeah.
Harkonnens have weight sets.
You think
Yeah.
the Harkonnens do?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Well, the
I'm sure they
Harkonnens
did.
are like
They were
on
big as
trend. That's the
They
whole
were big
thing.
as fuck. They were big as fuck. That's a good point.
Because like the blood that they have, like the oh, this is getting way too autistic. But the blood that they have is like so dirty that the Dune people won't even drink it because they take steroids.
Yeah, because
They take like performance
chemicals and drugs.
enhancers
Yeah.
and drugs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that somewhere.
So the Harkonnens, like the wild whites of West Virginia for the what's called the Atreides family.
The,
The
wait,
Wild
what?
Whites of West Virginia. What?
Y'all know that? Y'all haven't seen that documentary?
No.
No.
It's like the wild whites of West Virginia. It's like this crazy like meth dealing family that just does all kinds of crazy shit. I don't know. It's fun. It's kind of like Tiger King before Tiger King.
Where
No,
do I see this?
Hardcore
Where can I
just-
find this?
The clan of the Dune universe.
Huh.
If we're talking about PEDs and not working out and alcohol, Shia LaBeouf was on SARMs, I think, for salvable. That's an
Really?
interesting protocol. Yeah, he said his cardiologist was like, your blood pressure is fucked. You got to get off SARMs.
Did he
Which
say
is-
he was on SARMs?
Yeah, he did an interview about it.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Which also, like, who's giving Shia LaBeouf SARMs? Like,
I
there's so many better compounds to
I know,
use.
it's so weird. It's almost like, hey, little girl, want some lollipops? And
Yeah.
you pull up in like a van and you get a billionaire. Like, no. And if you have that much money, there should be smarter people selling you drugs.
100%.
Yes. You should have better quality drug dealers around you.
SARMs is what you give to like what 14-year-olds buy.
Yeah.
Because they don't want their mom catching their mail that they bought gear from the internet. So they get SARMs because it looks like bubble gum and shit.
Yep. Sounds about right. Jeez.
Yeah, and they-
Hollywood, hit us up. We got you.
and for those that you guys, I'm sure you know, but for those that don't know, like they're a pretty comparable in liver toxicity to a lot of the
They're worse.
17 alkylated steroids.
Really? No, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
but doesn't
Yep.
I don't remember which one causes night blindness, but a buddy of mine was
SR4 or whatever.
SR,
Yeah.
the SR1 or something.
Night
Yeah.
blindness. What the
yeah, a buddy of mine was doing a prep and he was like doing his first time doing SARMs and then he's like, I can't see at night, what the hell, and pulled out everything.
fuck? Wow.
Developed
that's just
bad
weird as
insomnia
fuck.
too for a long time.
It is
I've
the
also
shit. Like, I'm going to buy designer drugs that are not as effective as the normal oral steroids.
Yeah. And you're going to pay more for a
This is
shittier
legal.
effect.
Just
But
been
there's
tested.
that.
If you're gonna do crazy stuff like this, guys, try to get some medical supervision.
Yeah.
Or just don't
For
do
real.
SARMs. I'll save you the trouble. Don't do
Yeah.
SARMs.
Just don't do SARMs.
The steroid training wheels is Masteron. The oral steroid training wheels is Anabar.
There you go. That's enough for most people. Probably.
Like,
yeah, the blindness thing is crazy, man. As SERMs do a similar thing too. The
How
other
does
way.
that happen, by the way, the night blindness thing? Like, what's the method? Like, how does that work? Does it just...
No idea. I have no idea.
Rods
With
and
SERMs,
balls.
I could tell you there's estrogen receptors in the eyes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and you dry them. You can dry them out. You can get rid of the fluid, and then you can have issues.
Is it
Yeah.
temporary or is it permanent?
I mean, I don't know. Probably to some degree permanent. I know a guy that got permanent floaters from taking, I think it was raloxifene for gyno flare-ups.
Oh, man.
I've got floaters.
from
All the
raloxifene
time?
or from.
You get
I don't know.
rage.
I'm just old.
Yeah, it could just be. Yeah.
No, not
I
fucking
did the same
old.
eyes for 47 years. They probably
Yeah.
stopped by now.
You've seen things, is what it is.
Replace these bitches, but they don't make Cyber Eyes yet.
Jeez. Speaking of Dune 3 and Cyber Eyes, right? We're gonna see that, maybe. We shall see it.
How
I
about
don't know what the story of Dune 3 is going to be.
role-playing games 40 years later?
Let's see if they do the whole stone burner thing and all that in Dune 3. We shall see. We shall see how far they go into it.
41 years after Cyberpunk 2013 came out.
41 years after.
Cyberpunk, dude.
Yeah.
41 years to Cyberpunk.
Gonzo, did you ever play Cyberpunk?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You started
I
it?
I started it. I just designed my first runner, I guess.
Dude,
But I haven't gotten past
you're gonna
the
get so
character
into
generation.
it, dude. Don't be a hacker though, or whatever it is.
I'm not.
That's the
I'm not.
worst.
I'm
You
gonna
have to
try.
play solo or you're fucked.
Yeah.
in the actual
I'm
role.
doing like what I assume
Solo's
is going to eventually be a street samurai kind of a character is where I'm
Oh,
going
Street
with.
Samurai's from Shadowrun. I don't think they have
Yeah.
Street Samurais in Cyber.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't chosen anything except the look of my character, and I started talking shit to somebody at a bar.
All right,
That's
I
it.
gotta get this game. Do they have it on PS5 or do I have to buy a computer for it?
It's on
PS5.
PS5, yeah.
PS5.
I'll-
That's
I'll-
where I got it.
I'll
Is it
download it.
available on a computer? Because computers don't suck.
Yeah, it's
I'm
available
gonna-
on computer.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
for
It's
sure.
the best game you'll ever
fucking
play,
buy it.
dude. I swear to God.
You just fuck can't play a game on a computer anymore.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
the
grabbed
monitors
that
are
one.
pretty pretentious. I can't even get it to turn on. I need a Gen Z kid to come in here and do this shit. I can't do it.
You have a girlfriend?
That's
Yeah,
why I
but
like
you
the
do- Well,
that's
PlayStation.
true. I could just ask Taylor to do my computer, but I don't
I
want
mean-
to show weakness this early in the relationship.
I mean, she's already seen the CPAP. I mean,
That's not a weakness, Todd. That's just
asking for help,
yeah.
like being dependable or needing
gonna
to
get
depend
teased.
on somebody.
I'm gonna get teased. It's like I had to
Oh,
do this.
yeah,
for
she's
my
going to tease
grandmother.
you. She should.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going to tease you for it too. Oh,
Dude, I'm the same.
man.
I'm the same way with technology. I'm a boomer at heart. I have no so. I have to ask
We
people
improvise.
all
We
the time,
improvise
yeah.
a lot, don't we? But
like
anyway,
this-
so
yeah.
I grabbed Cyberpunk. I grabbed Destiny 2 because I liked the original Destiny a long time ago, and I hadn't played the 2. It looks good. And Space Marine 2 because I'm a huge Warhammer 40K guy.
Oh, you
and
got
Todd showed me. Yeah, I got it. It is
Is it on?
fucking
Do you have it on a
phenomenal.
computer or?
I got it on PS5, and it is fucking
Oh.
phenomenal. It's
The campaign
it's
is so
fucking
short,
phenomenal.
though. It's such a bummer, man.
Oh, is it
Yeah, but I'm
short?
not buying a PS5
Yeah.
to play it. I have a computer I can play it on. I just don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to play
yeah.
with it.
I mean,
I think I
But
wiped
the-
it out in like maybe like 2 days or something.
It's probably
Shit.
done.
done.
I watched a movie I watched a movie of all the cutscenes like 5 times before I played the game.
okay.
All right, son of Killer Man.
Do I get to fight anything else besides Tyranids, or is it only Tyranids in this whole
Oh, there's
campaign?
some good boss fights. There's some really
Okay.
good boss
There's
fights.
some demons later.
Oh, okay, cool. See some
The
other
demons are. I don't really like the
Xenos.
demon fights towards the end, but the Tyranids are always fun. There's a Tyranid boss fight that's really fun. Just put it
Okay.
on the hard difficulty, so
Oh,
it's like so you don't burn it too quick. You don't burn
Yeah.
through it. If you make
That's
it
a
too
good
easy,
idea.
you'll-
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
playing
it's
in like
gonna be
normal mode,
super
so yeah.
simplified and not deep like most.
What's
games.
the right HDMI cable to go from my PS5 to my sound system? Do you guys know?
I don't know what your sound system is.
Yeah.
It's like like that sound like the surround sound shit that you hook up to your TV.
I think
Is
you
it like
have
a
to.
sound bar?
I think you have to go from the. I think you have to go like go from the
I-
TV to the sound system.
Yeah,
no?
it goes
I know,
from the
well,
TV
which
to
is
the
the
sound
right
system.
cable? I'm gonna
That's
buy
right.
My cable. Now that we're talking about it,
Yeah, because
I
the
don't know.
the PS3 and PS4 had digital optical outs for sound, but the PS5 does not. So you have to plug it to the TV to your sound system.
Right.
That I know.
I understand the.
But it's going to be stereo,
Oh.
Todd. No matter what you do, it's usually like what are those 1/4-inch jacks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that it's an HDMI cable. So you guys don't know if I should get the 10K, the 8K, or the 4K.
No, it's from your TV is going to be like a 1/4-inch jack. Usually, it's going to
Yeah.
go to the sound system
What
Can't
because
you
the
just ask
HDMI cable
Claude?
goes to the TV. That's the audio and the video signal, and then the audio signal has to come out of the TV,
To your
and then
sound
that's
system.
usually like a 1/4-inch to like XLR or something.
Mine isn't. It's 2 HDMI cables. All right.
Why don't you just ask Claude and give it the model
Right.
number of your sound system?
Yeah, you're right. I should do that.
Yeah,
I've
it's
had it
just
mess
faster.
that up, and I've ordered the wrong thing so many times.
It's so annoying.
They're only
Yeah.
$15 a cable. I remember when I bought those originally when they first came out, they were like $120.
Yeah, yeah. It was a scam, bro. Who was it that had Monster cables? That was the
Monster
biggest
cable.
scam
Because
ever.
before Monster Cable had HDMI cables, they were guitar cables. So I had like I was buying $100 guitar cables, not $5 guitar cables. And the people at the music store are like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "You're running 5 gold tip cables through a Boss Metal Zone. It doesn't have gold hardware. It doesn't make any sense."
Yeah.
And then like I was like, "Oh, okay." And then Monster Cable were the only manufacturers for HDMI cables, so they're $100 HDMI.
Yeah.
cables.
Yeah.
Now we're in the future where there's inflation and the fucking things are $15. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, you could just order all the cables and then use the one you need and just
Toss the
get rid of
rest,
the rest.
or
Yeah.
put them in the basement or whatever
Yeah.
Well,
in
they're
case
like-
you ever need them.
There's one's 4K, one's 8K, one's 10K. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. I think it's just a transfer speed thing, right? At the
Oh,
end
no,
of
I
the
get
day,
that.
patient, okay.
I just can't keep up with it. You put this down for a few years, you pick it back up again. It's been 10 years. It's like 8 generations have advanced in 10 years.
Yep.
Like I
Sounds
had
about right.
roots was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm going through that right now, trying to set up network attached storage for to download all the papers from Sci-Hub.
Mhm.
So
Oh, nice.
I'm going to try to download their whole database and just have it stored locally so Claude can have access to it. And
wow.
man, it is
Well,
complicated.
hell, let me. You guys know how I started the whole rifle shooting recently again after 10 years not doing it. I went to the range and this guy has this scope, and I shit you not. Speaking of technology, he's like, "Come here, check this out." The scope is like, it's like something out of fucking Star Wars. It's connected to a computer called a Kestrel, so it knows the velocity, wind speed drop, humidity in the air, and it calculates a fucking firing solution when you're aiming at a target. So it'll like you just pick up the rifle, aim at its target, hit a button, and it'll go like 611 yards. You need to like up 0.3 MOA and over 3 this way, and it does it for you. And it's all on screen as you're looking. It's
That's pretty
fucking
crazy.
crazy. And it has thermal optics too if you want to. So you can do that shit in the dark.
What does it even need the sniper for? Why not
Well, I
just
mean, you
have
still
it set
gotta
up
pull the
on a
trigger.
robot and
Just
just-
throw that on
you
a drone, man. Just like fly it around and like do the thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, the
Why
whole
you gonna
point is you still have to
mind
pull the
this,
trigger.
though? Just
you
have
know?
it. Just
Yeah.
program it. Find everyone who trolls my account and just flies around the world. shooting
Just
people.
drone striking everybody that trolls your
Just drone
account.
strike everyone
He's
who
gonna put a
fucks me.
Kestrel on an armed drone to go hunt people down.
Just
That'd be
dropping
awesome.
thermite bombs on them while they're driving to the strip club. I don't give a fuck.
Look, Todd's a smart guy. He wouldn't use a single drone. What he would do is and also he's got a musical background, so he would do
Yeah.
it as a swarm. And the way that basically you do swarms is
Uh-huh.
it's basically like lining up notes and coordinates. So that's how they move in unison. They go from point to point on a rhythm.
Nice.
That's
I like that.
funny, dude.
So now you've got a new hobby, man.
You
Just do it by guitar
flying the
power too.
Valkyrie, and
Yeah. You remember
and
there was
just
a
dropping
movie where
your
they
eyes
did
on
that
people.
to like
That's a noise
where they
marine
had
right
these
there.
swarms of drones to like attack people,
Yeah.
and they tried to like kill the
It was
president
the
in this
Robin
movie.
Williams movie. It's called Toys. It was actually predates drones.
No, the one I'm talking about is it's some piece of shit with Gerard Butler. It's one of
Yeah.
those like
It was
something has
Olympia's
fallen.
Fallen 3 or
One
something.
of those. It's one
Oh
of those.
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
talking
know
about
that
came
they-
out like '97. Yeah,
Yeah. But they had like where it's a swarm of drones and it decimates like his whole security detail. It like kills them all
I
with a
believe it,
swarm of
yeah.
drones. Yeah. It's really
Dude,
weird.
Just the most recent episode of Lioness. I mean, season 3, episode 1, Lioness was a sweet fucking action movie as a season premiere. And
Okay.
it's so goddamn good. It's
Okay.
so,
I've got to watch it because I just finished season 1 and it was good. It was good.
well, obviously, you should watch season 2.
what's it
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Season 3's season premiere is
Mhm.
fucking amazing.
Okay.
What's it
All right.
called and what's it
David
on?
Private Ryan good.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. That's
Oh, so
big.
Todd, we calculated the amount of Masteron it would take to overwhelm 3-alpha HSD,
Aha.
and
What is it?
guess how much?
How much?
It's bad news.
500 a day.
1,000.
5.5 grams per week. 3.5 to 5.5 grams a week.
That's how. Oh, that's a lot of Masteron.
Oh yeah.
3.5 grams.
We got
grams a
to
day, huh?
Yep. So I think it's not happening.
What's that happening with Tren?
500
What's the Tren
milligrams a
number?
day, and it's 3.5 to 5. So I was at the low end with my guess.
Yeah, we used SARS, and we threw it in there based on the binding to the 3-alpha HSD isoform, the specific one. It's like AKR 1C or 2C.
That's a
or
shit
something.
ton of Masteron, bro.
Yeah. So I don't think it's happening with Primo too, because like people have been saying for the longest
Primo's
time, and I
600.
have been kind of repeating this, that you can overwhelm 3-alpha HSD with Primo at like 600 milligrams. But like obviously it's gonna be like, I think with Primo it's even worse. It's even more.
Even more.
So yeah. So anyways,
I mean, you should run the numbers. What do you get for
we
Primo?
I think we ran the numbers on Primo here.
Yeah.
One second.
How much is that gonna cost?
Yeah, the Primo. Yeah, well, the price of Primo might be funny to know.
It'd be like $800 a week.
Yeah.
For
Jesus.
400 Primo a day, it's like $800 a week.
Oh, okay,
Jesus.
let me correct this. Actually, sorry, I meant to say Masteron is 7.6 milligrams per week, and Primo is 3.5 to 5
Wait,
Yeah.
milligrams or grams?
grams.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
7.5,
Primo-
7.6
so
of Masteron.
That's what I
What's the
thought. Primo has a higher binding affinity for 3-alpha HSD, meaning Masteron is broken down less than Primo.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
we got the estimated Ki for 3-alpha HSD for that specific isoform, because there's like 5 of them. And the only one that deals with steroid hormones specifically is the like AKR, I think it's 1C or something. So, and that specific one looks like we'd probably need values around 100 to 150 micromolar, somewhere around there, of intracellular concentration specifically. So to reach that, when we do the calculations, we're looking at somewhere around 7.6 to 15 grams of Masteron. So that is dead in the water, unfortunately. Sorry, everyone.
Hey,
What about Tren?
Tren is not a substrate for the enzyme.
Well, which one does it work with? It gets hit by one of them, doesn't it?
What
DHT
about-
is the main substrate for the. I mean, it's there to inactivate DHT.
What about
That's why
straight DHT? Does that have the
Oh,
same
right. Yeah.
issue?
It would probably be similar to Primo. I would think it would be similar to Primo. So somewhere around that. So anybody that tells you that like you can just mega dose DHT and inhibit 3-alpha HSD and therefore it becomes a powerful anabolic, and Chris Primo is going to hate me for this, but that's probably not true. So not that he's claimed this or anything, but he's the DHT guy. So yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. So we can't, and we also can't inhibit it selectively anyways. The only thing that does it is like PFOAs, which are like environmental toxins, essentially, that can actually selectively inhibit the 3-alpha HSD enzyme specifically, but you don't want to do that, obviously. So
Yeah.
So kind of interesting anyways. Yeah.
So what is okay? So it's basically 15 grams of Masteron. No one's ever gonna do that. 7+ grams of Primo. No one's ever gonna do that.
Yeah, 3.5 to 5, somewhere around there, probably.
Okay. What about DHT overrunning it? Does that ever happen?
Similar to Primo.
Oh,
So 3.5 to
It's
5.
gonna be similar to Primo.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Do you need that many grams of DHT to go? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's expensive.
So that's really like I guess the cutoff. And again, like Masteron is resistant to 3-alpha HSD, or more resistant to it than Primo or DHT is. So this doesn't necessarily mean that Masteron is a poor anabolic in and of itself. I think it especially means that DHT, you just can't overrun it, with Primo or
Masteron.
yeah.
The point is the 3-alpha HSD is not getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You'd have to be running a total amount of 4 grams or so of shit.
Yeah.
I
At
could
least.
see a world where someone was doing 1.5 grams of Mast, 1.5 grams of Primo, and 1 gram of Test and trying something like that. But
I
yeah,
do
super rare.
that. Like
You
I'm
do it?
3 grams right now. I think.
I would imagine, Todd, that up around the gram or 2 mark, especially with Masteron, you probably start to see some decrease in that enzyme activity pretty substantially.
Because I'm at over a gram a week of Masteron right now.
Yeah, I would think that's kind of where it probably starts to slow down to some degree. You know, I don't know for sure, but that would be like my intuition.
I'm at 2.66 grams right now. And
Yeah.
then so I increase the amount of mass to, let's say, went up to 200 a day.
Try 5, see what happens. If you can handle the volume.
I mean, eventually I have to go through 200 to get to 500 though. So I'll go 200, 300 a day, 400 a day. I'll just keep going a half a gram of Masteron every and keep adding it.
You really can't do it with Primo because I think you'd wipe out your estrogen signaling entirely.
Once you get that balance, the test and the Primo, you leave it the fuck alone and you just
but I think with mass, you very well, and we were talking about this, like, I don't know, you could keep it's hard because you don't have your glands, right, Todd?
My breast glands, no, they've been cut out.
Yeah, so we have no idea. It's hard for us to judge estrogen properly. Like,
I did get gyno from the Ment, and as soon as I took the Ment away, it went away.
Yeah. Well, I'd be curious that if you start getting like low estrogen symptoms up around 5 grams, like, I don't know if that effect keeps increasing as you go up in dose. I would imagine that it probably doesn't to some degree, but I don't know.
I guess I don't have any low estrogen symptoms.
Yeah. I'd be curious. I think it might work up around 5. It might work very well up around 5 grams. I mean, anything will, right? But Masteron's probably the only thing that you could run that high without, like, you know, having serious problems.
Is that a challenge?
Anything else? It's a challenge, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Tell us how it goes, Todd.
I'll get blood work in a week or 2. It's been about a month since I made a change. So once I'll give some look at it, see how bad it is, see what I have to do. Hopefully pulling the Tren improve the cystatin C and the ApoB, even though I added in more Primo and Masteron to account for the decrease in the Tren.
Are you using any of our pre-workout or anything or not?
No orals.
No orals. Okay.
The levels are too high. It's just stupid to throw an oral on top of this shit when it's this high.
Makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
It's awesome.
So I think the two alpha methyl on the Masteron is probably it's the steric hindrance that's making it top out so high.
Well, that's what I think. Is that what Ethereum thinks too?
Yes, and that's what I think as well. Yeah.
Well, I know you and I think that. I just didn't know what.
No, we were doing. Me and Furion did the calculations on it yesterday, so I was excited to tell you about it because that kind of blows that out of the water, unfortunately.
Well, because the fact that you need more Masteron than Primo implies that the Masteron binds to the 3-alpha HSD worse, which is good for Masteron. And Masteron will last longer in the cytoplasm than the Primo.
It binds to it better. Yeah. Primo binds to it better.
Right.
And Masteron binds to it worse. It has a lower Ki. So, yeah. So Masteron kind of avoids it where Primo just jumps straight into the enzyme.
Right. It's like, kill me. And it comes right into it.
Yeah. So I think
Proviron does it more. That's why I always thought that Proviron would be used as a meat shield to protect the Masteron. But the Proviron costs more than the Masteron back then, so it seems stupid. Now the Proviron is cheaper than Masteron. Using Proviron as a meat shield to protect the Masteron going in makes sense. But
you'd have to run a lot of it, though.
Yeah. Obviously. It just doesn't make sense. But because with Chris's model, you're using either Proviron or injectable DHT and F8.
Yeah.
It's one more reason to use the Proviron.
Yeah.
This eradicates the SHBG. Yeah. It'll function as the DHT in circulation without it causing the end tissue destruction. And it'll also eat up the 3-alpha HSD, protecting the Primo and the Masteron.
Yeah, if you ran enough of it, for sure. And definitely like acutely when it peaks. So there's that too. I mean, you could have like higher concentrations in the muscle for a little longer.
And by the way, we're not advocating that anyone actually try this mental exercise we're doing here, guys.
Right. I mean, just like we didn't think you should try drinking 24 beers and taking Tren.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We were talking about this the other day, and I think we were both talking in a manner that like made it clear that we didn't really understand yet that we were just kind of trying to figure it out. And then I had like 10 people like DM me and be like, so this is the new way to do things. And I'm like, no, like we're just having conversation. Like, we have no idea.
No, we're figuring things out as we go. We're just talking through
the thing
it.
you will find is there's a lot of responsibility with this.
Yeah.
Because the average person has a 95 IQ and a 4th grade reading level. So their verbal reasoning is below our imagination.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Below our
that
imagination.
concerned me a little bit. So I just wanted to make that clear that like
SAT scores are like 600 to 900. Like that's some of the audience.
Yeah. So I think I just wanted to say that for anybody that was listening, that we're still trying to figure this out. We're not like saying that you should
We're
do
not
one thing or the
advocating
other.
or saying like this is the solution, this is how it works, blah blah. No, none of that.
Think of it as just a bunch of priests going over the Bible, discussing what underparents they think this angel wears.
How many angels can dance on the head of a pin or whatever it is? The classic.
No, I just wonder, does Michael wear boxer briefs or does Michael wear tighty whities? I think Michael's a tighty whities type of guy.
It's how many
dude, boxer
camels
briefs.
can you push through
Michael?
the head of a pin?
Dude, Michael, boxer briefs, dude, slaying dragons and shit.
No,
Come on.
no. Michael's just a stand-in for Samael. He's like,
now we're going to hermetic magic now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Michael's a Sammy Hagar of heaven.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Wow.
Well, David
what a
Lee
reference.
Roth had been there first. Right. And then they had to replace David Lee Roth with somebody.
Yeah, so we put Michael in there.
Wait, Todd, have you ever messed with Dianolone by chance?
Why is that a threat because of the religious comments? No.
What?
No.
What's Dianolone? I'm sorry.
Have you ever messed with it at all? No?
I don't know what it is.
No. It's like it's a 19-nor that's allegedly less progestogenic than Tren is, but quite similar. It's Tren without the 11 Ian.
Never heard of it.
Any studies on it? Anything that we know?
There's a few animal studies from patents and stuff from the same guy.
Why is it called Dianolone? It just sounds like a woman.
Dianolone is the funniest thing you can give a guy.
Dianolone.
It's like the saddest sounding
this is the perfect
steroid ever. Dianolone.
Yeah, I was reading. It's been like in the bodybuilding community before. I think a few people have tried it. It's been produced, but I dug it up in the
now instead of trianolone, it's dianolone because there's two E's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but people have tried it, but I dug it up in the patents, the same Russell Uclaf patents, the guy that made Trenbolone. He was experimenting with this drug as well. So I was curious about it because he had kind of postulated this, as potentially being similar to Tren, and we could use it for humans in the same way that they use Tren. So I thought it was interesting. Apparently it's way less progestogenic. So that could be a cool
Methyltren.
Yeah.
I injected dimethyltren.
You injected Tren? Methyltren?
Dimethyltren. Dimethyl.
Oh.
It's supposed to be 10 times stronger than Methyltren.
One of our viewers loves it.
Does it need to be any stronger? Yeah, well, that's the question we have to.
Methyltren is 10 times the potency of
It's
Tren.
like we got heroin and we're like, we need fentanyl. That's what we need.
Yeah.
That's enough.
We
can
stop
stop
here.
What crack is?
Yeah.
Cocaine wasn't enough.
100 times stronger.
You remember this? Remember that stuff that was like Nuke from RoboCop 2?
Yeah.
That you would plug into. It was like an opiate that was in a canister, and you plugged it in, and they could hit the button once every so often. But was that fentanyl, or was it something that was started with an H? I thought there was one that was even stronger than fentanyl that starts with an H.
It might be. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a stronger one
that goes into like this thing, and then you like have to hit. It was so weird that this one drug had its own equipment for it. I'm like, that fucking company is charging thousands of dollars a day to use this fucking drug that's probably Vicodin that you could crush up and snort. Do the same thing.
Is it Dilaudid or what are we talking about?
I don't know.
It might have been Dilaudid.
I mean, Dilaudid is one you really can't get unless you're in the hospital.
Yeah, it's stronger than like the fentanyl. It's like liquid only.
Probably on that list.
Yeah.
They gave Methyltren to people in the 70s and
were they at least over 16?
But
What?
But
what
at
did they
least
give it
over
for?
16, right?
No, they were very old. I think the cohort
Oh.
was older people. Yeah,
This
they
is
gave
like to reinvigorate people or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, well, they gave
How are
it to
their livers
women too.
after?
They gave Methyltren to women. Imagine
why?
that.
To fix what?
I mean,
I think it was for cachexia,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, they straight up gave it to women and guys too. Yeah, it didn't turn out well. They immediately abandoned it. They're like, no shot. Like everyone's getting liver failure.
which is actually worse. We're making
Yeah.
the cachexia worse.
Yeah, let's not do that.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, they studied it in humans though, which was pretty incredible. But
At least had
immediately
some
abandoned
studies.
yeah. So I wouldn't, but
Yeah.
I would never mess with Methyltren for anybody listeing. It's not. I don't think the ROI is there on it at all.
Outside of
Stuff.
liver failure, how buff did the ladies get?
I imagine very. I mean, it's
Super.
like it's incredibly strong stuff. I think they were giving them like 2.5 milligrams a day too, which is a lot.
Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Jeez.
lot.
Did they all viralize or no?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
all viralized. Yeah.
They all viralized.
I was using 1 milligram of Dimethyltren, 100 milligrams of Tren, 100 milligrams of Masteron, 100 milligrams of Winstrol a day.
Jeez.
That show. Yeah.
That's.
But
Have any
did you
tendon
die?
issues?
Now he's still here.
Huh?
I
He's
said, but
still
did you
here.
die?
No, I didn't die.
How are your tendons?
Did you feel like you were gonna die though? Or did you feel
Adam,
okay?
what's your question? They keep talking.
How are your tendons? Did you like snap anything going into that show?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nice.
I was still young. I was like 40.
He's right.
I
40's young.
I did close grip bench 315 for 3 days out.
Fuck.
The new God Apocalypse dropped. I was sitting in my car. I don't know how I made it in my passenger seat, but I was in the passenger seat of my car crying. And then I was like, because I didn't want to go in the gym, even though it was arm day. I was like, I don't want to do this. And then that new album dropped and I started listening to it. And I got so fucking pumped. I lifted for like 3 hours.
Wait, which album?
The Flesh God Apocalypse Velmo, the
Gotcha.
heroin album that
Mhm.
came out in 2019. May of 2019 it dropped.
And you were like, I'm going in.
Yeah,
after that?
they dropped the normal album and the instrumental version the same day. I was like,
Oh.
forgot the vocals. I just went right for the instrumental version.
Right.
I didn't listen to the vocal version for the first time until like 2 weeks ago.
Nice. And that was 2019 when it first came out?
For
Oh, wow.
7 years, I listened to the instrumental version. Never listened to the one with vocals because it was so
Wow.
good. I listened to it for 6 hours. I remember after I got home from the gym, I ran around my subdivision at night until like 4 a.m, listening to the same album on loop. It was such a
Damn.
good album.
Was this all
How
on
much Tren were you
Dimethyltren?
taking at this time?
Yeah, so I was on Dimethyltren. I was on 1,600 calories, and I was doing
Oof.
1,000 calories worth of cardio a day.
Wow.
And so it's
Wow.
4 times stronger, allegedly.
It was supposed to be 100 times more potent than normal Tren. That's why I was on 1 milligram.
Well, Methyltren is what is it, like 20 times stronger? So what is that's 4 maybe stronger
I
than
guess so.
Methyltren?
I never did Methyltren. I have only done Dimethyltren.
How much
Oh,
better
wow.
did the music sound on the Dimethyltren versus when you came off?
I don't remember anything except for how much
He's
I
just
hated
blacked out.
cardio, and then how good I looked at going into that show. And
You
then
look good?
I was
Did
in
you
the
look
show.
good? Was it worth it?
What?
Was it worth it?
I won the overall.
Won it, yeah.
68
Okay.
pounds.
So definitely worth it.
And then I went on to win Masters Nationals the next month.
Hey Todd, how long did you take it for?
That whole time, the whole prep. the last week of the first.
Wait, like 8 weeks?
No, the last
Like
week,
5 or 6.
and then the next 6 weeks before Masters Nationals.
Yeah.
And so
total
during
of-
that period of time, is
Jesus
where I
Christ, dude.
lost- that's when I lost all my hair. Was in that period of time.
Oh, wow.
Did you ever check your liver enzymes while you're doing that?
Fuck no, I didn't give a shit. I was
He's got
alive,
contests
and I
to
was
win,
gonna
bro.
win. If
Did
I
you get?
died,
I assume you didn't get yellow or anything, right?
I was already tan and probably
You
using
can tell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Any eyes?
73
Yellow eyes?
T3, 1 milligram of letrozole a day,
73?
75 T3,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's an odd number.
200 clen.
Wow.
Well,
200
that would
Glenn.
75 T3 would normally tear muscle off of somebody. So
Yeah.
clearly that is a testament to dimethyltren, right? I mean,
That was some
jeez.
good shit.
Yeah. Wow.
200 Clint, what was your resting heart rate?
I don't know.
Fat. Was it hummingbird like?
I don't remember. I don't care.
This is awesome.
He didn't die.
We
He was
didn't
seeing
worry about
sounds
that shit
probably.
back then.
Yeah.
It was like, did he live? All right,
Yeah.
he's fine.
He lived. He won the shows.
How was
I
your
mean,
mental
that's all
state
we
on
need
this
to know.
stuff, Todd? It sounds like
I
it was
don't-
pretty good.
No.
No. No.
There's
Okay.
no good mental state.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
I
sounds
mean-
like at least you're enjoying music, so it must have not been too bad.
But he
Like I
doesn't
said,
remember.
before
though.
that album dropped, I was sitting in the passenger seat of my car crying.
I was gonna say like something.
I don't even know how I got there.
Right. Yeah.
I
Fair
was
enough.
just like, what am I doing in the passenger side of my car?
Do
Why
you
am
have
I
any?
crying?
Do you have any memories from like that period of listening to music up until post show, or is it all just like black?
No.
Is it images? Do you have like images? Do you have actual
So
memories?
dimethyltren's neurotoxicity is a super legit thing, apparently.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm just giving an N=1 that I'm observing
Yeah.
right now.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, that was 7-8 years ago. That's splitting that one prep apart from other preps.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay,
it's
well,
all-
out of curiosity, do you remember other things from 7-8 years ago with more vivid memory than you otherwise did on the dimethyltren?
I remember the what when I'm backstage.
Mhm.
I remember the pumping up. I remember walking out. I don't remember doing my posing routine. I remember when they called my name and I got my trophy.
Mhm.
I remember the interview afterward. I remember posing a week out and not thinking I'd be ready. I remember posing in the hotel room the night before and posing in the hotel room bathroom the day after.
Mhm.
I don't remember much else from that prep.
But it was 7-8 years ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
similar memory 7-8 years ago, better memory, you think?
What do you mean?
Like if you like the like 7-8 years ago when you weren't on dimethyltren, is the memory better, I guess?
I don't remember the rest of the year.
Okay. So yeah, so fair enough. Okay.
I don't
So it's
remember
like-
anything that happened in 2019 before like May.
Yeah, me neither, honestly. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I remember May through July or August. No, not even August. I think it's May through July of 2019. I don't remember the rest of the year.
By the way, that's a crime that 2019, what is that, 7 years ago? Dude,
It
That's
flies,
brutal.
bro.
that's brutal.
It flies.
Oh,
I can be
Dimethyltren is
on
a
as
nootropic,
old as I am.
apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Let me
probably
tell
isn't.
you, the time, kids, goes fucking fast
Watch
before
kids
you
grow
know
up.
it. Yeah. Like Chandler just turned 28 last week. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's been
So-
happening to me lately. I think I don't know, it's just the time has been moving so quick last few years.
In my 30s, I don't know about you guys, but when I turned 30, it was far more impactful than when I turned 40. Like
Yeah.
30 was a really like, whoa, I'm an adult now for real. Like responsibilities and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like my 20s was a blur of fucking music and alcohol and bands and touring Europe and living in New York and being part of the goth industrial scene there. And it was phenomenal. It was amazing. I do remember that vividly. There were, there were many, many goth girls that I remember.
You had goth girls before they were cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm a Jerry goth, baby.
Yeah.
A
yeah.
geriatric goth.
Jerry goth.
Absolutely. Yep. But it goes fast, man. Like, you know, you blink, you turn around and you're like, what the fuck? So, you know, not to be all maudlin or shit, but enjoy it, guys. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy every day, man. Enjoy every day. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself. Do your thing. Enjoy every
Challenge
day.
yourself.
And challenge yourself for sure. Go
So-
for that thing that you think you can't do.
I know
you
we were
can.
talking about the nitrogen retention numbers for Trenbolone the other day.
Look at that.
And I pulled them up now for this podcast, so I've got a reference here.
Okay.
So for the 2.5 milligrams a day, we got the nitrogen retention ratio is 41.4%. And we can compare that to both oxandrolone, northandrolone, propionate, dipropionate, testosterone propionate, about 22 to 24% respectively at different doses, and oxandrolone at 20 to 30 milligrams a day, nitrogen retention about 22%. So basically at a sixth of the dose, Trenbolone acetate doubled the nitrogen retention.
Wow.
That tracks.
Yeah.
At 1/6, right? So
1/6, yeah. So
wow.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's fucking powerful, bro.
Yeah.
So 5 milligrams a day is an effective dose.
2.5 milligrams a day. Yeah, they did 2.5 acetate. That's an acetate study.
2.5 milligrams a day of acetate.
And the enanthate would have probably, they only studied this for 3 weeks. The enanthate probably would have done more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But as to Todd's point last time, the nitrogen retention isn't necessarily protein building.
Right. It's not necessarily a 1-to-1 ratio of strength or whatever the fuck.
To use Tren judiciously would be to use it as an anti-catabolic agent, and the effective dose could be as little as 2.5 milligrams a day.
Yep.
It could potentially be lower, and we just haven't looked.
It could be probably it could probably be half that if it doubled the nitrogen. If it's double the nitrogen retention in an Anavar at 30, it's at 2.5 a day. I mean,
7 milligrams a week.
You could probably get away with a milligram.
Well, you keep hearing people.
At this point, we're talking about it's going to be safe for women.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a woman in that study that they gave methyltrenbolone to. So, they gave a woman 2 milligrams of methyltrenbolone every day.
Did she virilized?
Yeah, she virilized, and her periods were late.
Well, I guess you can't give it to women then.
Yeah.
So you guys,
well, that's methyltrenolone too. So
fuck! I'm not talking about methyltren. I'm talking about. I mean, if Tren's effective at 1 milligram, then it'd be safe for women. A Tren and acetate at like 1 or 2 milligrams a day would be safe.
Probably, yeah.
So do you think we could measure something with, like, say, a man, bodybuilder, just 1.25 milligrams a day, something that small?
Yeah.
Could have an effect?
Yes.
I'd
be curious to see it on like a TRT person versus like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, and see how that goes.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah, if you give a bodybuilder that dose and they're already on like 10 other things and running a reasonable amount, you're not going to notice a big difference. But someone on like 150 milligrams of testosterone to start with, you give them 1 milligram of Tren a day, you're going to notice a big difference. Yeah,
and we'll see the composition difference.
That I mean, if you
go from
sorry, Todd, go ahead.
I've seen someone go from maybe 30% body fat to stage lean in a few months using just HRT and 10 milligrams of Tren.
10 a day? 10 milligrams a day?
Yep.
Was this with 24 beers a day or no?
No.
No.
Well, this is proper training and nutrition.
Right.
But we're talking nitrogen retention comparable to Anavar at 30 milligrams at 2.5 milligrams a day. Actually, double the nitrogen, not comparable. Double the nitrogen retention.
It's the best anabolic there is.
It is the best, yeah. Because you could take literally 7 milligrams a week and probably get a similar level of nitrogen retention to Anavar.
So Tren is the emperor of steroids.
It is the God
Emperor.
Yeah.
The God Emperor. Yeah.
So the real question is, what's the neurotoxicity at 7 milligrams? And by the way, for all intents and purposes,
it's 0.
You think it's 0?
Yeah.
Or barely traceable?
The 0 threshold's probably 35 a week. You probably get a 35 a week and be safe.
I think that is fair. I think that is quite fair. I think you'll get maybe some noticeable mental effects, maybe up around 40, but really like that under 10 a week, probably like nothing. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I mean, geez.
A vial would last you an eternity.
That would be sustainable year round, theoretically.
Man,
that's maybe, maybe the way to go. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Again, for anybody listening, I don't know.
This is all theoretical, people.
Fun, people.
By the way, one of the other things that we should mention is like the nitrogen retention on that much Anavar is not a ton for all intents and purposes. We're basically throwing out the weakest oral, all things considered. And yeah, I'm not surprised that 2.5 milligrams of Tren is stronger than that. But I also am curious of like what the scaling would actually be. Like, it's not unreasonable to assume that even like 1 milligram could have maybe 30% of the nitrogen retention versus the Anavar. We don't, because we've never run the data on it, we can't really put like a side by side. It maybe even like 0.5 milligrams is what would match Anavar at like 30. We don't know.
I just don't see a point in matching Anavar. I would just say, what is the maximum efficacy generated? And if it's 44%, and that's achieved at 2.5 milligrams a day, then that would be what you'd use as a ceiling, because you wouldn't want to go over the efficacy level that is a waste. And then we would then take the maximum efficacy level and see what's the toxicity. And if the risk is 0, then we've got a pretty good therapeutic index.
Yeah.
I've got data here for nandrolone cyclotate. At 100 milligrams nitrogen retention, some absolute nitrogen retention, just raw grams, not scaled. 1.6 grams at 100 milligrams, and cyclotate is roughly equivalent to decanate for anybody listening. And Trenbolone produced double that at 2.5 milligrams a day. So 100 milligrams of cyclotate, 1.6 grams of raw nitrogen retention. Trenbolone roughly doubles that at 2.5 milligrams, which is even less than a sixth of the dose. That is, what is that? A 25th of the dose.
Man, it's
more like
this conversation is making me really curious about the 2.5 a day.
Yeah, I think
very,
it's,
very curious, because that might be like the magical approach.
And Vigorous Steve did a great job calculating the absolute lowest dose by extrapolating from the mouse data, and he got pretty damn close.
He got 4 milligrams a day.
4 was what he said, right?
Yeah, so that's like within a reasonable amount of error. Like, this study shows that you can get double nitrogen retention of 100 milligrams of nandrolone with roughly 1 milligram. So.
And talk about efficacy. And,
I mean, geez.
And heck, it's not even expensive. Like, that
100 times, almost 100 times stronger for dose. When you really think about it. If you extrapolate that 2.5 is double, and then you half the dose, maybe you get, raw nitrogen retention equivalent to 100 milligrams of nandrolone cyclotate. So, I think that's a pretty reasonable assumption, probably. So yeah, we could technically go even lower on the Tren, and maybe people need to hear that.
Who knows? Maybe I know someone in contest prep that should try that for the next 10 weeks.
Oh no, if you're in contest prep, do more. But geez.
Come on, sir. Man.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about the TRT folks trying 1 milligram.
No, for real, like that.
I think
that is a use case that would be super interesting to check out with like a few individuals. But just to see.
Just to be clear, if you're on synthetic anabolic androgenic steroids, you're no longer on TRT. You are now a bodybuilder. You're running a cycle. I don't want to hear it. So as soon as you cross into that line,
don't give me that sports. What is it? TRT sports or whatever the fuck that is.
TRT plus, TRT sports. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You're cycling, buddy.
Yeah. It's so we can feel better about ourselves, and I can go tell my girlfriend that I'm on sports TRT and everything.
I'm minimizing the harm.
So
it's not even that. It's not like
a lie is a lie.
Yeah.
Like, why make up some bullshit? Why not just be like, either I'm using steroids or I'm not using steroids?
Well, because they've all perpetuated this lie that sports TRT is a thing, and now it's mass delusion, because it's like, oh, he said sports TRT is a thing, and I can do sports TRT, and that means I'm safe.
I'm just gonna stick in the tip, okay? That's all.
Yeah, when you go over 200 milligrams, you're on a cycle.
Same fucking thing.
Pinning hormones is fucking based. End of discussion.
There you go. Yeah. So
it's or it's a way for somebody who feels bad about the fact that the only way they feel they can get jacked is via steroids to feel like they're presenting like they're more naturally gifted than they are by saying it's TRT sports, which is a lie. 100%. Todd, 100%. It's a lie. That's you're lying to
I got
yourself.
more
You're lying
respect
to your
for the
girlfriend.
fake natties almost than I got for like the sports TRTs.
All right, I need you to explain that one.
Yeah, that I have no mercy for either side, but okay.
Because the fake natties know that they are taking steroids, and
They know they're full of shit.
They know they're full of shit. They know they're lying. But the sports TRT people are deluding themselves, which is more pathetic.
Yes.
Right? It's more pathetic than just outright telling people a lie.
Like, it's like saying you're not gay if your girlfriend's watching.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm sorry. I don't care who's watching. If you're doing gay things, you're gay.
It's like if you're doing gay shit, you're
If you're doing gay shit, you're gay.
The fact that
there's
it
nothing
turns your
wrong with
girlfriend
that.
on
It's
is
just-
not an excuse.
But you are. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? Oh my God. I remember like that was there was like that saying, and I guess this must be like a Puerto Rican society, you know, we have the macho culture. And there was this one guy I remember in high school telling us like, oh, the only way that you know that you're straight is if you've tried to kiss another man and you know you don't like it. I'm like, no. No,
He's just trying
that
to
makes
trick
no
you into
fucking
kissing
sense.
him. That's
Say what?
He's just trying to trick you into kissing him.
He's like
I
putting
know,
his lips
I
out. He's
know.
like, smooch.
Let's
try it.
You can
It's
kiss
like,
on me.
let's
No
see how
homo.
straight we are.
Like, it's
Dude,
just
for science, you got to figure it out.
the
Exactly.
homoest thing ever.
And he's
I know,
like,
and I'm
I can
like,
help
this-
you. I can help you figure it out. I'm here
told
for
him-
you.
Bring
I
you
told
out.
him,
Come here.
this is the gayest thing I've ever fucking heard. Okay.
Almost the gayest
No
thing you've
judgment.
done. Almost.
I'm sure it's what's the gayest thing he's ever done.
You don't know
I
the
didn't
gayest
fall
thing
for
that
it.
dude's ever done.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, shit.
And keep in
It's-
mind,
it's
high affinity at the progesterone receptor probably makes you a little gay if you're predisposed
So-
to that behavior.
Yeah.
So I know. I met somebody who told me at the gym that on Tren, all of a sudden, this is a married guy that I've trained with for years. He told me on Tren, one time he was at the mall, he looked at a dude and said, like, you know, if I was gay, I'd kiss that guy. And I told him, like, the fact that you thought that, that's kind of gay. It's like, yeah, but it never would have happened if I wasn't on Tren. What do you guys think?
I don't
How good
know.
looking was this guy? Let's start there.
I have
was
no
gonna say,
idea.
like, you know,
I have no idea. I just have the anecdote. I wasn't there,
All right.
you know. So I just
Well-
have the anecdote.
The progestin signaling like changes mating behavior in mice.
So there
They
you go.
become
That's
less-
possible.
less discriminate on who they mate with.
Yep. So there you go.
You're less
So what
discriminate.
that tells me is
It's-
that the guy was
I've used a
probably
lot of
slightly
that.
by, and then the train kind of unlocked it.
It
That's what
doesn't
I'm
make you
hearing.
gay, it just makes you less discriminate, right?
Right.
A lot of Tren.
Yeah.
That anybody was going to be gay, it would be me. I would be Elton fucking John.
He would be the alpha gay.
I
Yeah.
would be Heather Archie's gayer
You
twin.
literally grew up with Richard Simmons.
But I was layering my trends. I was layering my. There's bullshit. If anyone would be gay, it would be me.
That's true. You've done the most strain out of anyone here. I'm
Most
sure.
friend hung out with Richard Simmons. Yeah, you would know what to do. Yeah.
My
There's
mom
also-
was
There's
friends
there's,
with Richard Simmons.
there's also this
Oh.
phenomenon of, I think, like physiologically being so manly that you have so much androgen signaling that you're like, that man over there that's like a small man with low testosterone is now a woman to me.
Ah, I see. Where it loops around. You'd say,
Yeah,
like,
I think that's the
little
thing.
men
so
are-
strong that you loop around to
I
be
think
gay.
that's jujitsu.
No. That other men, there's kill, fuck, and ignore.
Uh-huh.
That everything that's too small to kill you, it goes into the ignore pile.
Into the it doesn't exist.
Tren makes it real easy to sort out the grocery store. There's targets, there's threats, and there's totally irrelevant life forms.
There's also
Yeah.
something to do. So it's like non-discriminate behavior with the progesterone signaling, underregulated amygdala. So you don't
Mhm.
have as much like inhibitory tone as you normally would. So on top of, having this like behavior where you're less discriminatory about who you have sex with, you
Mhm.
might be less inhibited directly because you have amygdala that's not really checking you. And then on
Right.
top of that, you have increased aggression. And we
Mhm.
know mating behavior is inherently, like, especially male mating
Somewhat
behavior is
aggressive, yeah.
inherently aggressive. Like dogs
Mhm.
do it to each other, you know, all the time. Like a dog will hump another male dog just to be like, hey, I'm the boss here.
To espouse dominance, right?
So I think it's
Yeah.
a lot of different things happening all at once that kind of pushes someone that already is questionable into that zone where now they are, you know, potentially a little gay, but not permanently. Just
I mean,
Right.
as far
Just-
as sexually promiscuous shit goes, again, I've used more Tren than anybody. I've never done anything wrong on Tren. When
Okay.
Okay.
drinking,
Removing this n equals 1 from the equation,
hold
what
on.
other
I'm giving
people
you-
have you seen on Tren do some degenerate
Hold on,
shit where you're
hold on,
like,
hold on.
all right, I see it?
Hold on. When I
Okay.
used to drink, I would walk up to girls, I would take their drink out of their hand and start making out with them, even if I didn't know who they were, in front of their boyfriends. So I know for a fact.
This is what Tren.
No, this is not on Trend. This is
This
just
just
alcohol.
straight.
This is just
on
high
alcohol.
school kid on beer. So that's all it takes from me. So
See.
I know for a fact what I'm like when I'm sexually aggressive. Trend does not do that to me. I think that all the people that are blaming Trend are either also drunk or full of shit and just gay. And you have a good mechanism for determining why a man could validate his gayness and project it onto the Trend. But
Right.
I could be swimming in a bathtub of Trend, and it doesn't do it. I'm not
Well-
even morally opposed to butt sex with dudes. I'm just not interested in doing it.
Right.
So if anybody would be open-minded enough, it would be this guy. It's just never happened.
I don't
And
think
it
it's
never happened.
inside of you. I think your acceptance of your sexuality has created a comfortableness
Yeah.
of your like you know what you want. Like you're walking
right.
into the
It's not gonna
restaurant and
change.
you're like, I know I want the chicken parm.
Yes.
I don't want the steak.
It's my favorite dish.
Right?
Of all time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, but another guy that's like, you know, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff on this menu. I might fuck a dude.
That might be good.
You know
yeah.
what?
You know
That's
what I
I
mean?
call indecision, and
Yeah.
I think dudes who are indecisive are pretty gay.
It's true. That's gayness is indecisive sexuality.
Not knowing what you want is gay. That you should know what you want. A man knows what he wants.
A
There you go.
microcosm of this behavior, though, is particularly like a man that is an attractive bodybuilder that's relatively lean. All of a sudden, is having sex with women that are overweight on Tren, right? So
okay.
this is a similar discriminatory mating behavior that we see with progesterone signaling, underregulated amygdala. That
I've got plans for that. That when you said yes, the picture indicated a attractive woman. When they show up, they're older or fatter, but you've already bought the hotel room. So what are you going to do? So that's the
That's
reason why
just-
that happens. That's not
You
an
gotta
attraction.
cash in your chips.
No,
man.
That's
I've
just-
seen
Did we
this.
just validate the thesis right here?
I've heard this taught. I've heard this like in person, like guys will pick up girls that are overweight and very unattractive on Tren
Mhm.
when they otherwise wouldn't do that to any degree.
Yeah.
You know,
But is it because they had no other choice at that moment?
it's just because they're indiscriminate. They don't care. They just
Because
want to
at that
have
moment
sex.
doesn't matter. At that
Yeah.
moment,
What
it's
you're
what's
saying is
there.
your standards
doesn't
are
matter.
lower.
Their
Hold on.
standards are lower. And like
Yeah.
basically what's happening, I think, is like
Uh-huh.
being gay is just a more extreme version of that, essentially.
Right. Of the less
'Cause it's-
picky, I guess.
It's
less
almost
picky
gay
and-
to have sex with an overweight woman, but it's more gay to have sex with a man.
Yeah.
Right? And
No, I got you. I
does that
I
make
got-
sense?
It does.
I
No,
hear you. I'm just like, I'm trying to like calculate this in terms of like, okay, both are like indiscriminate behaviors. If that's not your default, that's fine. But which
Right.
one is gayer is kind of a question mark of like, how attractive is the dude? How overweight is the girl? Also,
Yeah.
like, how much does this vary from your preference? Like,
Okay, but let's
Yeah.
break it down. Okay, guys. Okay, question for
can
you.
we get a whiteboard, please?
Question for you here. So you take so how attractive does a man have to be for you to pick the man before you pick the unattractive
For
woman?
you to overcome the gay filter,
All
basically.
dudes are zero. Flat up. Even a girl that's hideously ugly.
The
is
most
always
you got the
gonna be-
most attractive guy
Hold
on
up, hold up.
planet Earth.
Wait. No, we gotta get Todd on board. Post-op, or how on a scale of like beauty queen supermodel post-op versus fat chick. Those are your options.
Oh,
when
you're
you choose.
going lady boy
I'm
on
giving,
us.
I'm giving Todd an out here.
Okay.
What? I'm confused. Post-op what?
Trans.
Post-op
Yeah.
trans
Oh
person.
no. If they were ever a man,
Straight up crying game shit.
I can't do it.
The best trans, like convincing, or
Can't do
the fattest, ugliest woman you've ever seen, just totally messed up. 600
that one.
pounds.
That one.
That
Those
one.
having 2 X chromosomes.
Hang on.
This
Hang on.
proves my
That's
point.
the
This
same
proves
Josh just
my
showed
point.
back up out of nowhere for this. I love it.
That's the same person.
No.
Oh
Yes.
no, I don't believe it.
Same person.
So
No,
so that's what I'm
still a
saying
guy.
is like it's a spectrum of indiscriminate behavior that like the
Right.
unattractive woman is less indiscriminate than the man for most
Right.
people. For most people.
Most
Just-
people rather, even a
Yeah.
dude rather have sex with a hot dude than an ugly girl. I don't believe that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying so this when Tren starts that spectrum, some guys will end up into the point in the spectrum where they're just like, oh, I'm gonna have sex with a fat woman just because I'm really horny and I want to have sex right now. Some guys will end up further into that and they'll get more of an effect where they're like, okay, now I will have sex with a trans woman. Or
So that means Thailand.
or now I will have sex with a straight up dude as long as he's not jacked. Right?
Right. They still kind of effeminate. Yeah. Right.
I don't think trend's that strong. It's strong. It's not that.
Well, not for you, but for many people
Well, Todd,
that are
we've already established that you're like a very discerning person. That's
Yeah.
like in your
We know this.
constitution.
We
That's
know
okay.
this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it isn't possible that men do this. I
Right.
just have a very hard time believing it's more than 1% of the equation, even
Yeah.
for the worst offenders. I think that they're just drunk and they're latently homosexual and they're bi-curious. And then the drug has now created a social pressure release along
Right.
with cultural release. And they're in a new environment. They think that they're going to get away with it. And they do it and they do get away with it. And then they're like, it's the trend's fault. But they keep doing it. If they really weren't gay, they wouldn't keep taking the trend. The first time
Sure.
they get off
Wait,
track.
you have to be. If you weren't gay, you wouldn't have taken the trend. That's where we're gonna stop.
No, I'm saying
No.
that you're totally straight. You take the trend. The trend
Okay,
makes
yeah,
you fucking good. Let's say
Yeah.
the trend's responsible. You stop using trend because then you're gay to even want the trend if it makes you fuck dudes.
Or you
You up
take
the
more
trend.
trend.
Right.
Yeah.
Up the
And
trend.
lean into it.
Well, that's fine if they
You
want to
take more
switch.
trend and lean
They
That's
had
into
fine
it.
if
dual
they're like,
trend,
I'm
didn't they?
embracing my homosexuality. Trend me up, baby. But it's like, I just don't believe that a straight dude would keep taking trend if they had one incident.
So I'm gonna be super gay and super jacked.
Like, okay, let's turn you around. Let's say you kick your dog.
What if that's
You're
the deal
out
with trend?
and you kick your dog.
Ah.
And you're
Oh my
like,
God.
if I keep taking trend, I'm going to keep kicking my dog, which means although it's involuntary action due to evil, whatever impulses before,
Right.
now it's somewhat voluntary because I know I'm taking the drug that makes me kick the dog. So if I love the dog, I got to stop taking the trend.
Right.
So if you don't stop taking the trend, now you're an animal abuser.
Yeah.
2
I
times
gotcha.
is a pattern for animal abuse.
But now we're
Okay.
assigning moral
Yeah.
weight to
But I'm not
Yeah.
saying that
sexual.
but most guys my age, I think that it's not okay to be gay, even though it's okay for other people to be gay. We don't think
Right.
it's okay for us to be gay.
Yeah,
I have to agree with that.
I would have no problem being gay. It'd probably save me a lot of money and time. So if Trent did that to me, I would be
Oh my
stoked.
God.
You're not
I'd be
that far
s-
from West Hollywood, dude. You could clean up.
Dude, I could kill it, brother.
Yeah.
I would be
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I
So
hear the
that's what I'm
gyms are better in West Hollywood because the lights are a lot better.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also like you get gym bros for free that you can like imagine if you could hang out with girls that were jacked and could like help you with weightlifting and train with you and like spot you and
Well, I'm fully aware of the advantages of being gay.
it's a huge
Oh.
advantage. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't.
So
know
I would have
this.
no
Okay.
problem personally, and I know Todd wouldn't either. We're both, very progressive individuals here, LGBT, whatever, plus. So, this is all in good fun anyway. So please don't cancel us.
No, that's true.
I don't know. Yes, a boyfriend would probably be cheaper than a girlfriend. It'd probably have
Probably.
better utility.
Oh, he might buy you stuff. You can
Yeah.
have the same clothes,
But to be fair, I've had girlfriends
Fuck,
who
I
used to
never
buy
thought
me
of that.
shit.
right? Double your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, if you want to live
John, you're
off
talking
of
me into
clothes,
this. How much
do
trend
that.
do I need?
Well,
Jesus. And we haven't even gotten into the whole like impulse shopping on Tren either, which I've
Impulse
noticed.
shopping. Is that like shoes?
No, like
It's
just
whatever you're into, I
shit.
assume.
Oh, I just have
It's
to
shit.
buy new wardrobes because I burn so much calories off, man. Holy
No,
crap.
I'm talking, Todd. I'm talking like miniatures and shit, like stupid
Oh.
shit that you don't need.
Dude, if you played like mobile games or you were a degenerate gambler, I would have to imagine that like Tren plus amphetamines would be a death sentence for your wallet.
No, it's Tren plus Caber is the death sentence.
Oh, is it?
Really?
That's why I
Oh,
always
yeah.
tell people not to take Caber
No
because
Caber,
Tren
no
antagonism.
already makes you compulsive to some degree.
Mhm.
So when you take Caber, it's double whammy. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't make everybody compulsive. I know Todd is going to say that he doesn't get compulsive on Tren, but I think
but
many
some
people
people
do,
can.
especially when they're in a diet, especially
I
when you're
may not
dieting.
know if I am because everything I do is ritualistic anyway.
Yeah.
I feel
So you
like
have-
Greta would be a good thing to do to just sort of tamp down on some of the compulsion.
Oh, for sure.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it makes
stops
sense.
that. It stops that dopamine seeking behavior. But that's all sort of like compulsion is kind of in the same vein as sexual behavior too. It's all sort of one wrapped up in the same neurobiology, you know.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
because I blacked out all of 2019. I was just totally gay.
Yeah, right. You're having all the gay sex in the world.
Because my boomer mentalities made me hate myself so much that I put it all away in the closet. So I clapped
Oh my god.
hole and I put my shadow in a closet and chained it shut. And he only comes out on Tren. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah, there's
just
gonna be
imagining
someone
it's
comes
like-
out of the woodwork that's like, yeah, dude, Todd fucked me on Dimethyltren. Like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck. Like, that dude was
It'll
scary.
be like a class action suit. Has this doctor touched you?
I'm just
That's why
imagining
everybody
like
hates you. You actually just fucked them all and then forgot about it.
it's the memento thing where he comes to on Methyltren with just like covered in
Tattoos
like
and shit.
tattoos, permanent ink, just shit on his face. It's like, what the fuck?
Like one personality only activates on Tren, the other personality only activates when it turns out of the system. Like
There's a fucking book or good fiction novel to be found
porn
with
movie.
this idea.
Jekyll and Hyde, they wrote it 150.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Scanner
Guys-
Darkly is kind of how I'm imagining like animating this.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, I gotta go. If you guys want to stay and keep going in school, it's been fun, but I do have a corporate responsible non-trend like job to go to tomorrow.
Oh, no worries. I gotta head out too pretty soon. So
Yeah, guys.
I get
Thanks
more.
for
But
that.
this was
About
this
5
was
hours.
super fun, and we'll talk more about this.
Yeah, we'll do House of the
next
Dragon
week.
next show. I promise.
Yeah, House of the
yeah.
Dragon. We'll talk House of the Dragon. By the way, that episode that was great. I'm not gonna spoil it for people, but
Season 3 is fucking
what a fucking great ending
It's a
that
good
was
show.
that
Keep
season.
watching.
Season 3 is fucking incredible.
It was fucking great.
And by the way, in the Tren video, there's a whole section on sexuality. If anybody missed it.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched that section 4 times.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I was just like, I paid very close attention. You did a lot of research to validate this shit. And I was like, damn,
Todd
dude.
wanted to make
What
real
does
sure he got
Sam
this
do
down.
that he needs to validate the shit out of this?
I was
This is like the cope section.
Yeah,
of
it's like it happened to me, bro. Like I fuck like.
All right, everybody. Thank you,
Later.
everyone. Like, comment,
guys.
subscribe, follow these guys. Have a great night, everybody.
See
Great
you
seeing you
later.
guys.
No.